अस्सलाम वालेकुम। यह लेट्स टॉक आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं जावेद अख्तर से। ये बहुत अरसे से फ़ोटोग्राफ़ी कर रहे हैं, बहुत ही शानदार फ़ोटोग्राफ़ी है। जगहों के लिहाज से बहुत ही जो है वो जगह हमें बहुत ही ड्रामेटिकल अंदाज़ में देखने को मिलती हैं। इनकी जो ये शूट करते हैं, इसके अलावा पोर्ट्रेट्स और एक ख़ास अंदाज़ है पोर्ट्रेट्स का जिसमें हमें जो है वो एक पूरी कहानी सुनाते हैं पोर्ट्रेट्स। सो हम चलें बात करते हैं जावेद अख्तर से। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, कैसे हैं सर?
Walaikum salam, Shahrukh. Very good to meet you. Finally.
सर, तो आपकी तरफ क्या सूरत-ए-हाल है ये कोरोना पैंडेमिक या कोविड-19 की वजह से? हम सब
Well, ये पैंडेमिक ने है ना मुझे मेरा है ना फोटोग्राफिक का क्या बोलते हैं आउटलेट्स खत्म हो गया है ना। पहले तो इंटरनली मेरे नीड्स खत्म हो गए कि मैं इतना फैमिली के साथ गुजार रहा हूँ ना, कोई इंसेंटिव ही नहीं है कि ज्यादा तस्वीरें खींचना। और ये भी है कि बाहर वाले इवेंट्स भी बंद हैं। So that's been very bad for me कि मेरे कोई अच्छे-अच्छे बड़े-बड़े इवेंट्स होने वाले थे इस वक़्त, जो से काफ़ी मैं पूरे साल के लिए I was looking forward to them for almost a year and they're just completely cancelled. So I'll be honest with you, the pandemic ने ना मेरा है ना photography वाला है ना endeavor बिल्कुल nearly zero तक कर दिया है. I really know, I'm more interested in this now, talking about it. मैंने एक ज़ूम क्लब क्रिएट किया है, कोई लोकल फोटोग्राफर्स ने उन्होंने ना रिक्वेस्ट किया था, तो मैंने उनके साथ गुज़ारा करता हूँ। 1 घंटा हफ्ते में और एक प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं एक बार हफ्ते में। So that's interesting. So and this is interesting, Shahrukh. I've always been interested in your philosophical musings on Facebook, and जैसे आप सोचते हैं ना, मैं भी उसी vein में सोचता हूँ. So the questions you ask are the questions I have already asked myself many times, and so for me, photography doesn't begin and end with a camera. It's just part of the road, of thinking about life. You know, ultimately, if I was really bold and rude, I would say कि life में आप बस गोल गोल चक्कर कर कर है ना आप एक मोरी में गिरते हो. And really, for me, photography is part of understanding what it's all about before I fall in the hole, and just to help me understand the world a bit more, and maybe there's a benefit that we record the world and, 20, 30, 10 बार साल जितना भी फजूल तस्वीर है ना, 30 साल बाद, it's an amazing picture. Time makes everything amazing. जो से buildings फजूल लगते हैं आज है ना, डांटते हैं लोग, कहते हैं ये किसने बनाया, ये क्या गिराओ 100 साल बाद है ना, it's like magic. It's beautiful. And तस्वीरों भी ऐसे ही होते हैं ना. So that's how I feel. Even though the pandemic has affected my practical side of photography, it's not dented my kind of investigation and feelings about कि ये सवाल पूछना जैसे अब आपके साथ बैठकर हमें करना.
सिर्फ़ जो है प्रैक्टिस बंद हो गई मगर उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो है हमने जैसे बातें करके शायद हमने स सबकॉन्शियसली उस पे बहुत ज़्यादा काम किया है इन दिनों में। सोचना या फिर उस उन चीज़ों को या फिर बार-बार अपनी अपनी ही तस्वीरों को या फिर मेरे पास बहुत टाइम मिला कि मैंने पूरी दुनिया में बैठे हुए जो है अपने दोस्तों का, अपने जो बहुत ही शानदार काम कर रहे हैं, उनका काम देखा, तो मुझे तो बहुत ज़्यादा जो है इसमें और सीखने को मिला। शायद प्रैक्टिस पे जाऊँगा तो वो कहीं न कहीं मेरे बैक हैंड में चल ही रही होंगा, उनका काम, उनके थॉट्स और उनकी सारी चीज़ें। तो शायद ये एक मज़ेदार टाइम हमारे लिए हो, अपने आप को थॉटफुल जो है वो काम करने के लिए, जो है वो आमादा करने के लिए कि पहले जाके अगर हम कोई बस एक काम करके आ जाते थे, तो अब शायद थोड़ी और ज़्यादा फिलॉसफी या फिर जो है वो थॉट्स हमारे साथ जाएँगी।
Mhm. See, funny thing is, Shahrukh, मैं है ना I think slightly different. And मेरे में बहुत flaws हैं, ठीक है? Photography के मामले में the flaws are being part of my progress. And really, जब मैं है ना देखता हूँ मेरा progression, it is mostly things going flawed, complacency, jealousy, all these kind of things that are not actually positive, ठीक है? तो one of the things that have helped me and is negative, वो है कि मैंने दूसरों लोगों का काम इतना देखा नहीं था, ठीक है? शुरू-शुरू में really had no interest. मेरा मैं इतना पूरा इतना इंटरेस्ट फोटोग्राफी में था ही नहीं पहले दूसरों के कई तस्वीरें पसंद था लेकिन आई न्यू नन ऑफ द ग्रेट्स जब फोटोग्राफर आते हैं ना मेरी तस्वीरें देखते हैं कहते हैं ओ चलो तो आपने ये देखा ना ये कौन है कहते हैं ये देखा आई फील अ लिटिल बिट एम्बैरेस्ड ठीक है तो एक दो नाम तो पता लग गया है लेकिन still I'm very untutored in the canon of work of other photographers and for this has helped me and hindered me sometimes ठीक है helped me है कि मेरा ना reference point is nowhere other than my own eyes ठीक है so I literally I give you an example say like landscape photography ठीक है I always admired landscape photography ये जो कैलेंडर shots होते हैं ना तो जैसे wow कैसे amazing है तो but they all look the same now you know I mean I read an article कह रहे कि ये तो genre ही खत्म है ना I mean is there one place on earth that has not been photographed 10,000 times by a great photographer and a million times by somebody with a mobile वही angle वही spot है ना so literally for me some genres are dead and die है ना and really to look at दूसरे लोगों का काम देखकर आना sometimes I think you may limit yourself you know by looking at what is being done because literally you know जब मैं जाता हूँ ना कई जगह अक्सर मैं सोचता हूँ कि मैं फ्लिकर में देखूं पहले और Instagram या जो भी फ्लिकर is used to be good for this कि 1000 लोग ने पहले क्या किया था उधर जाकर तो फिर मुझे पता लग जाता है कि सबसे easiest shot कौन सा है वो सबसे overused shot कौन सा है ना तो मैं सोचता कि अगर मैं होऊंगा ना तो मैंने वो शॉट नहीं लेना है लेकिन सोचना चाहिए कि ये अवेलेबल है लेकिन try and think out of the box so I try and look at other people's work to think what not to do sometimes and so on the whole I tend to ignore it a lot and so this is good and this is bad and
जैसे कोई असाइनमेंट है उसके हवाले से पहले मेरा भी ये था कि जो है ना मैं बहुत ज्यादा रिसर्च करना और जो है उसकी पहले से काफी सारे शॉट्स देखना मगर अब तकरीबन कोई ऑलमोस्ट 3-4 सालों से मैंने इस तरह का कुछ भी करना बंद कर दिया लेकिन मैं बिल्कुल आराम से सो के उठता हूँ कहीं पे पहले मेरे पूरा मुझे नींद भी नहीं आती मुझे अगर दूसरे दिन असाइनमेंट पे जाना है मुझे बिल्कुल नींद नहीं आती या कोई बहुत ज्यादा अगर मैं किसी चीज के लिए बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ तो मुझे बिल्कुल नींद आना बंद हो जाती है और पूरे रात जो है वो बस वही चलता रहता तो अब मैं बिल्कुल ये कोशिश करता हूँ बिल्कुल रिलैक्स रहूँ बिल्कुल वहां पे जाके प्रिटेंड करूँ कि मैं इससे पहले कभी नहीं आया इस जगह पे और बस जो अब मुझे दिखेगा वो वो कैप्चर करना है अदरवाइज जो कुछ भी उसके साथ में कोई नॉलेज लेके नहीं जाने की कोशिश करता कि असाइनमेंट पे जाता हूँ
देखना इंग्लैंड में ये मसला है कि वेदर इतना वेरिएबल है तो यू डोंट हैव दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी ये लक्ष्य मिलती नहीं आपको ठीक है यू लिटरली यू प्लान एवरीथिंग and I do I go to nth level planning and relaxation because I always sleep properly sleep is really important to me ठीक है so अगर मुझे है ना जल्दी सोना पड़ा कि मैं 3 बजे 2 बजे उठूं तो I need to be in a good mood at 1 o'clock in the morning I cannot afford to go to sleep at 10 and wake up at 1 a.m. I need to be asleep at 8 or 9 o'clock. आंखें बंद करो मिलिट्री स्टाइल रेस्ट करो क्योंकि आपने 1 बजे उठना है स्माइल के साथ because without the smile you will not have the energy or the दिल है ना जो सा है ना ये compositional और ये कौन सा है ना सोच mental thinking जो सा ना मजा क्या होता है ना वो मजा नहीं होता है जब आप थके हुए और नींद के बारे में सोच रहे हो है ना और मैं चाय नहीं पीता हूँ सुबह कि मैंने टॉयलेट नहीं जाना मैंने बाथरूम बिल्कुल नहीं जाना है ना so the last thing I'm going to do is these things destroy your inspiration so I really think to the nth level how I'm going to prepare for the next morning and English weather itni fazul hai कि you know it just can destroy everything so you have to be able to get everything down in 5 minutes you know what you want so really you have to overplan I think in England because बारिश हो सकती है धूप ज़्यादा धूप हो सकती है anything in 5 minutes to 10 minutes so you know Pakistan mein it's like you know what's going to happen the next day it's going to be sunny you know relatively to England so I'm a mix of that over preparation and मेरा है ना I have a डर मेरे ख्वाबों में नहीं आती है कि मैंने है ना कैमरा बैटरी नहीं डाला really मेरे nightmares आते हैं I have nightmares के कार्ड नहीं है लेंस गलत लाया हूँ bag ही नहीं है, you know, all these things. I've had proper nightmares. Oh, मेरा किसने मेरा कैमरा चुरा दिया है, you know, literally I पूरा 2 घंटे के ख्वाबों आते हैं, मैं मेरे कैमरे के पीछे पड़ रहा हूँ कि किसने चोरी किया है. You know, I have these kind of really horrible dreams. All the horrible things happen to me in my ख्वाब. दिन में है ना मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ इनके बारे. मैं है 20 कैमरा बैटरीज ले लूंगा, 5 कार्ड्स ले लूंगा, 2-3 कैमरास ले लूंगा, एक बूट में है, डिग्गी में है. You know, literally I can fail and succeed, fail, succeed, fail, succeed. And रात को मेरे है ना these negative thoughts जो उनसे drive करते हैं ना, मुझे over preparation drive करते हैं ना, वो निकल जाते हैं. And then they kind of tell you the kind of fear that pushes me to over prepare. Because I have failed sometimes on the basic things, you know, literally, you know, the camera ko khola card nahi hai, you know, the battery is flat, you know, and that's just too much for me to bear. I can fail in every respect, but this one I cannot accept. To have a flat battery, to have a card that is full, to have got the timing wrong. The basics I cannot fail at. I don't mind failing the big things, but not the simple things. And मेरे बहुत डर है इन चीजों का. So I do over prepare.
स्टार्ट कैसे की और फोटोग्राफी की तरफ ही क्यों आना हुआ, यानी कि फोटोग्राफी ही क्यों हमें सबसे ज्यादा रिलैक्स करती है? बहुत सारे लोगों को बहुत सारे पैशन और
Yeah.
बहुत सारी चीजों से रिलैक्सेशन मिलती, तो आपका जो है वो पैशन है फोटोग्राफी, तो फोटोग्राफी ही क्यों, या और स्टार्ट कैसे हुई?
Okay, so really, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि I had really a bad background for photography, ठीक है? मेरे फैमिली में ना either academic हैं या farmers हैं, ठीक है? So nobody creative. मेरे अब्बू के पास था कैमरा और सिनी फिल्म था ना, उसका शौकीन था, लेकिन जवानी वाला शौकीन ही थी, है ना? जो उनका फैमिली शुरू हो गया ना, तो वो कबर्ड में चले गया, and then he just totally forgot for decades. So, you know, I borrowed his camera. When he lost his interest, you know, as children we were not allowed to touch his expensive toys, okay? Lekin once he had a family for 20 years, he didn't care anymore. So मैंने ना yashica उठा दिया, तो मैंने basic सीख लिया. लेकिन I'll be honest with you, फिर भी मेरा ना कोई खास दिल नहीं था कि ये इसको आगे लेके जाऊं. ये है ना complacency आती है. And this is I see in lots of people who have lots of kit and people who don't have kit. ये complacency वाली बात है. You know, they're like big fish in a small pond. उनके दोस्त के पास नहीं है kit उनके तरह, तो उनमें काफी complacency आ जाती है ना. And I had that totally. I had that complacency. First of all, I had no interest, and then that developed into complacency. Because कोई मेरे साथ भी नहीं था जिसके इतना आगे लेके जा रहा था photography. Everybody was a snapper around me. So there was nothing to push me forward. And that's how I got and developed into, say, a nicer camera like the EOS 5. And I actually went backwards because the yashica, you had to use manually. Okay? And really, I didn't take any interest, but I learned it. It's like I learned how to do everything, but I didn't take any interest in getting the right ISO film. Yeah, usko sharp banane ke liye zyada sharp. It was just literally the light meter ko khush karo और बस खींचो, ठीक है. एंड अक्सर वाइड ओपन ही थी, तो है ना उसमें मैं खुश था कि ये थोड़ा सा है ना स्टाइल लग रहा है. एंड सो आई लर्न द बेसिक्स, बट आई जस्ट मेड नो यूज ऑफ देम. And so when I got myself a nice camera, I still was actually, I have to be honest, I went backwards. I'm using auto, and there's still nobody around me who can show me that I'm actually quite mediocre. Hana photography mediocre hai. और जब मैं गया था एक एपिक जर्नी हम गए थे, हम गाड़ी टैक्सी में गए थे, हम इस्लामाबाद से हमजा वैली, ठीक है. And it was epic, you know, and my photography was so mediocre, you know, like मेरे compositional skills अच्छे थे, लेकिन the photography skills were completely mediocre, and it shows in the pictures. And so I learned very slowly and badly. So मेरा एक दोस्त था, बन गया था दोस्त, and he did semi-professional cycling. He was a cyclist and he did cycling photography. तो उसने मुझे उसके तस्वीरें दिखाए थे. अब तो डिजिटल में आ गए थे, तो उसके तस्वीरें इतने शार्प थे, मैं हैरान हो गया था. ये इसके पिक्चर्स मैंने ना सोचा था कि मैं अच्छा हूँ क्रेग आपके तस्वीरें तो ठीक हैं यार आप बस एमए का फोटोग्राफर मैं तो बस आपसे लेवल ऊंचा हूँ ये कंप्लेसेंसी एरोगेंस था ना लेकिन जब मैंने उसके क्वालिटी देखा ना शार्पनेस की तो मैंने देखा कि ये मेरे पास नहीं है ये शार्पनेस I'm literally on a low level and I've never realized it. So that's when I started to take an interest in good quality lenses and the application, you know, the process of actually applying them into, you know, everything that can make it sharp and soft. How do I control that, you know, accelerator, brake, it's just how do you manage light and the sharpness and how you know, do all these things. And that was the first big thing. हम हंसते हैं अब मैं उसको कहता हूँ ना कि मेरा jealousy की वजह से और गुस्सा की वजह से ना that really gave me the kick to up my technical game. And then I never stopped, you know. Then I had some other good chance encounters with good people who really took me under their wings. Akhtar, मेरा दोस्त Neil Buchan Grant, he was an Olympus Ambassador, ठीक है? पता नहीं इतनी देर तक था अब तो नहीं है लेकिन पूरा दुनिया चला घूमता रहता था और पूरे lenses दिखाते थे मुझे. And he had a passion for when he was little, unlike me. You know, I was just lazy, literally uninterested, lazy for decades. But he was passionate from like he was 10, you know, and literally took it so seriously. So I just literally followed him. You know, अगर उसने एक कागज इस्तेमाल करना था printer के लिए मैंने सोचा that must be the best one. Why bother learning and finding out and buying all the papers? I'll use that paper. You know, he would bring all the latest lenses from Olympus and show them to me, and that's how I got sold on the Olympus system, which is very, very technically able for a small sensor and did actually help me creatively in many ways that other systems haven't. But that's how it happened. It was just literally chance with meeting people. Getting a good mentor is so important. You know, otherwise you'll be reinventing the wheel like I was. I was always reinventing the wheel. Huh? And it took me 5-6 years to invent every wheel. Literally, when literally I could spend an afternoon with somebody and tell them all the things that took me 20 years to just click, click, click every 5 years. Click. Oh God, yeah. Why didn't I think of this? You know, and I'm embarrassed it took me so long. Like, and now it's very, you know, intuitive for me now. And so it was a slow and not a pleasant process. You know, but now I'm happy. I'm happy where I am. Jidhar mujhe nahi pata na, I'm not interested. Like flash and studio photography, really not even interested in that, really. You know, I wouldn't mind outdoor flash photography. Just say, well, and take some soft boxes and go to a street in Pakistan. I would love to do that. Take a couple of soft boxes, just take pictures of mobile tarike se, just randomly walk the streets of Pakistan. You know what people are like in Pakistan. They love the attention. They're very sociable people. कितना मजा आना है. This is my next project. मैं पाकिस्तान जाकर soft boxes के साथ maybe a few people to help me and guerrilla style है ना raid the streets for images, and I think I'll get a lot of the joy of the street, and so that's one thing for the library. Next, you know, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, yeah, I'll do it. It'll happen.
अच्छा, जैसे आपने ज़िक्र किया कि लोगों के हवाले से पाकिस्तान की, तो आपने जो है वो यूके में भी जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रीट पे काम किया हुआ है और पाकिस्तान में भी मैं आपकी तस्वीरें देखता रहता हूँ। तो आपको क्या फ़र्क दिखता है लोगों के बिहेवियर में इधर या उधर?
Okay, पाकिस्तान में लोग ज़्यादा फ्रेंडली हैं. Okay, they're much more friendly. इंग्लैंड में है ना ये I think ना ये ठंडा मुल्क है ना तो हम एक दूसरे से लग रहते हैं. हाँ, थोड़ा सा, but they're still friendly people, you know. And I think the most interesting thing कि नील ने है ना वो Olympus Ambassador ने मुझे है ना एक interesting चीज़ दिखाया था कि it's okay for people to say no, you know, and it's okay for you to ask, you know, and if you genuinely tell people कि किस वजह से मैंने है ना खींचना तस्वीर and genuinely respect them कि वो ना कहें, है ना, genuinely respect them and genuinely like people, then people are so good here as well. Excuse me. So I feel like here you have to be more respectful, and you have to be more. You have to seek permission more. Um, and people are more friendly in Pakistan. They are definitely more friendly. Um, the opportunities you get in this country are just as good. You just have to overcome this fear. You just have to respect people by understanding that they can say no, and that's fine. So I should tell you what Neil did. हम गए थे कोई छोटा सा था एक लेक्चर था कोई फोटोग्राफर था तो उसने कहा मैं जा रहा हूँ आपने आना है तो मैंने कहा चलो आते हैं. This is how I used to copy him. मैं सोचता अगर वो जा रहा है तो मैं भी जाता हूँ. If he's going to learn something, if he's such a capable photographer, he was a travel press photographer of the year, travel of the year, I think 5-6 साल पहले, ठीक है? So he's a really accomplished photographer, published and blah, blah, blah. He's going to a lecture. I'll go as well, ठीक है? So we went, and एक और बंदा था उधर, उसका थोड़ा सा अच्छे features थे उसके face पे, है ना? He had a hat, the kind of face you think, oh, I'd love to take his picture. तो मैं है ना मेरा दोस्त हमने कुछ नहीं कहा, उसने उसको सीधा फेस में कहा था है ना, इस फेलो फोटोग्राफर को, आप मेरे स्टूडियो आओ, मेरा घर इधर ही है, मैंने आपकी तस्वीरें खींचनी है. तो उसने नो कहा, तो फिर नील ने कोई forget it, that's not a problem. लेकिन that was so bold कि बस बंदा जिसने उससे पहले बात भी नहीं किया, he's just politely asking him, come to my house, I have a studio, can I take your pictures? And the chap said no, and that was fine, it was over. लेकिन मैंने सोचा मैं ही क्यों नहीं करता हूँ? Why don't I just go up to people and just say, look, can I take a picture? And they say yes, 50% of the time, and 30% of the time they say क्यों, 20% of the time they'll say no, 20% of the time I respect them. It's fine, just like Neil did. It's fine, I have a life as well, I'm doing something else. I could have done you a favor, or you could have done me a favor, but that's fine. I have a life now. I'm going on with it now. And the 50% can say yes, fantastic. The 30% will say kyun. And then, give them the time. Respect them with an answer. Respect them with an honest answer. You will either make a friend, or you'll get a picture, or they'll say no, but you'll still make a friend. If you give people the time. So for me, it's not just about taking the picture. Like we discussed earlier, photography is more than that. It's a social thing as well. I mean, in some ways, it's a very inward looking thing for me. It's like a special time where I think only internally. But there's sometimes it's such an external social thing. You're just literally connected in with everything around you and the people around you. Don't try and disconnect yourself by putting this thing in front of your face and getting a tele lens and trying to capture people from a distance, because you don't catch their soul at all. You really need to go up to a person, look them in the eyes and say, can I take your picture? And respect them, enjoy it if they say yes, and respect them enough to have an explanation, even if it is, I don't know, And that's the joy I feel. I feel like I can literally take a situation and make a friend for life from nothing with a camera. I can make a picture and I can make a friend. I can print friends. I can print pictures. So that's a wonderful thing. It's nothing to do with image making. You can actually, it's a wonderful thing, internally and externally. So that's how I see it.
अच्छा, मेरे पास जो है वो एक सवाल आया हुआ था आपके हवाले से. बहुत सारे जो है वो यू शो सम ऑफ फिल्म और सिनेमैटिक विजुअल्स, यानी कि जो हमें यहाँ पे बैठ के लग रहे होते हैं, शायद वो जैसे आपसे बात हो रही थी कि वो एक इवेंट था या और था, तो वो एक हमें पूरा जो है वो एक कुछ फिल्मों का या और दूसरा जो है वो पूरा समाज जो है ना वो बात, तो जो है वो आप उसको जो है वो कैप्चर कैसे करते हैं और उसका पोस्ट प्रोसेसिंग क्या रहता है उसका?
Okay, so I think beyond photography, my really deep inspiration the deep well of inspiration mere andar hai na is, I think, is film, because the wide angle look. जो ना cinema में wide angle look होता है ना, there's so many elements happening at one time. ठीक है? That's like breathtaking for me. For me, that's like a magician at work. जब वो एक element इधर रखता है, एक character इधर, और दूसरा पीछे पीछे, और scenery भी है. That's, to me, is like a magician at work. And when he's making all the elements work together and interact, I feel like that's amazing. Whereas photography is just like a little box, and it's kind of really, it's almost like a 55 mil look almost on the whole. For me, the landscape look is too far, and it just doesn't look real. But and the other thing is painters, hana, they can compose everything at free will. There's no cost to them. If they put a frishta in the sky, if they put anything, they can put anything they like with their imagination. These things inspire me in photography the most. If I can get a situation where I can control the elements, or just by chance, luckily, या मैं अपना luck बनाऊं कि मैं एक तरीका से बनाऊं, lens का choice में, time का choice में, elements का choice में, I wait for that point. I'm looking for that big canvas, where वक्त को रोक सकता हूं, और फिर मैं उसको देखूं कि इस वक्त में क्या हुआ है. Because I'd be honest with you, this is an important point, you see, because I think photography moment ko rok sakta hai, theek hai? And then you can understand it, because the moment is never there. You're always tumbling into another moment. So the moment doesn't really exist. And for the moment to exist, we take a photograph. But the people who are the best at it, for me, is novelists. See, novelist is at the peak of his trade, when he can take a moment and pura book likh sakta hai us moment par. If he has the skill, you can take a moment and then expand on it forever, and a camera can attempt to do that, and I think the more elements you get in a picture, and you can look at it and just wonder about the elements, the people, what's happening, the action, that's, to me, is the thing I love the most, and the thing I really want to do. That's the thing I want to achieve the most. So if I see a scene of spectators, I will take like 20-30 shots. I will get the focusing right, the depth of field right, because I really don't want, I want as much in focus. So I'll adjust the shutter to the lowest, so I can get the ISO the lowest. Whatever I have to do to get sharpness, depth of field, that's, to me, is really important. And then I'll reel off 20-30 shots of the spectators. Say if I have 30 spectators, and I want to have a record of people, the way they dressed, the way they were behaving in the event, and so I can see nearly 10 years later, I can look at it and maza aayega कि सोचना कि ये बंदा क्या कर रहा था, ये किसके साथ बैठा हुआ था, ये कैसे क्या चीज पहन रहा है, I wonder if he's related to that person, all these kind of questions. I can bring myself into the picture again, and this, is inspired from paintings and film, and so for me, that's the kind of picture I always strive to get. It's very hard to get, but that's the one that really inspires me. And my most favorite pictures are those pictures. Don't on a screen, but अच्छे भी नहीं लगते हैं, because screen is too small. You got to print them big. My pictures, मैं इतना खुश था उनके साथ, और किसी ने नोट ही नहीं किया, Nobody loved them, and really, you accept that. That's fine. I can't be the same taste as everybody. लेकिन जब मैं print करता था बड़ा, you print them big, and then you're like, I'm in awe. I'm thinking, this is the picture I want to have in my house, and I want to look at, and so I mean, the most favorite picture of mine is somebody else's picture. They gave it to me to Photoshop and Lightroom karna tha. They weren't so good at Lightroom, so उन्होंने मुझे दिया था ये photographer ने, and it was just a picture of maybe 1,000 students on the steps, and she took it from a distance, so everybody was a good flattened perspective, and everybody was pin sharp, and there were 1,000 stories there. You could literally, if I was on a desert island, यही तस्वीर मैंने लेके जाना था. because I could write 100 stories I could make up in my mind about the people in that picture. That to me is the picture I wish I had taken. But I'm lucky because मेरे पास copy है. But that's the kind of picture I want to have, and maybe that's the only picture I really want to have is something like that. It stops time, and then you can actually understand what that moment was.
एक जो टाइम एंड मैं उसको फोटोग्राफर को समझता हूँ एज अ टाइम एंड स्पेस के हवाले से जो एक पूरी फिलॉसफी है वो
ठीक है.
कहीं ना कहीं जाके जो है वो एक फोटोग्राफ के लिए या एक फोटोग्राफर के लिए बेमाने हो जाती है, यानी कि उसका कोई जो है ना वो सच्चाई बाकी नहीं रहती। टाइम की तो खास तौर पर बाकी नहीं रहती कि जितनी जितनी ताकत एज अ फोटोग्राफर हमें एक लम्हे को या फिर एक टाइम को रोकने के लिए दी गई है, वो एक गिफ्ट ही है। स्पेस के बारे में नहीं, यानी कि उस जगह के बारे में नहीं, जगह तो मुस्तकिल चेंज होती रहेगी, मगर कम से कम हमने वो लम्हा रोक कर
या
उसको जो है वो क्या कहेंगे अमर कर दिया या जो है अ, तो इसी हवाले से जैसे हिस्ट्री हम जो है वो बहुत सारी तस्वीरें जो हैं वो आज हमें बहुत सारी बातें नहीं बता रही होती हैं, वो अगले कुछ अरसे के बाद जो है जैसे हम बहुत सारी पुरानी तस्वीरों को देख के अपने घर की भी बहुत सारी पुरानी तस्वीरों को देख के हम बहुत ज़्यादा हैरत में मुब्तला हो जाते हैं कि यार अच्छा, तो यही जो है वो बहुत सारी तस्वीरें जो इस वक़्त हमें कुछ मायने नहीं दे रही होती, तो आज से 20-30 साल बाद जाके जो है वो अ, अपने कुछ और जो है ना वो वैल्यूज़ रखेंगी। हम बहुत जो है वो अपने टाइम को समझने के लिए उस वक़्त के लोग या फिर उस वक़्त की चीज़ों को समझने के लिए जो है वो तस्वीरों से बहुत कुछ मदद ली जा सकती है।
Yeah, I mean, you don't understand कितना treasure आपके पास है. It's like a bank account. उसकी interest बढ़ती रहती है ना? Photograph के ना.
हाँ, टाइम के साथ-साथ उसकी इंटरेस्ट वाक़ई जो है वो बढ़ती जा रही है।
सही है. उसकी वैल्यू एक्चुअली ये है ना चीज ने मुझे है ना ये चीज ने मुझे सिखाया है कि आज को भी है ना डिफरेंटली देखो. So you have to understand that process, that you look at an old picture and it happens 20 years later, you think oh, जैसे वो है ना तस्वीर मैंने लिया था ना 10 साल पहले, तो जो उनसे स्पेक्टेटर्स की थी उनके फोन्स अब बदल गए हैं. The phones have changed, so you can almost see the time stamp,
हुँ।
and what you have to think is कि अभी है ना आप past को देख रहे हो, अभी भी. Don't expect this to be dull. This is not dull. This is amazing in 20 years time. जो ही भी आपके सामने है अभी is going to be unbelievable in 100 years time. 50 years time will be amazing, and 30 years time will be really, really interesting. So what you find really boring today is actually really quite interesting in 30 years time. So I feel that people, they don't get inspired so much. They all सोच रहे हैं मैं travel करूं, उधर travel करूं, मैं क्या project करूं तस्वीरों में. लेकिन actually the interesting things are everywhere. Time के मुताबिक से, और I think inspirationally everywhere is interesting. है ना. जो से लोग हमको आते हैं ना पाकिस्तान से विजिट करने के लिए, वो कहते हैं ये बिजनेस तो कितना प्यारा है, कितना अमेजिंग, हम हंसते हैं. कहते हैं रियली कैसे बातें कर रहे हैं, लेकिन in all seriousness they say it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's green, yeah what. और विंचेस्टर में है ना मैं काम करता हूँ, मेरा ड्राई क्लीनिंग शॉप है, ठीक है. तो है ना मैं भी है ना चैलेंज था, एक वक्त मैं सोचता कि मुझे भी है ना यही आदत थी कि मुझे ट्रैवल करना चाहिए, मैं इवेंट को जाऊँ, वरना है ना तस्वीर का अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलेगा खींचने के लिए. तो फिर मैंने विंडोज पे बाहर देखा है, एक बड़ा सा कोच जा रहा था, जैसे जाते रहते हैं है ना टूरिस्ट के. तो मैंने सोचा ये लोग ने कितना पैसे लगाया है विंचेस्टर आने के लिए. बार-बार thousands of लोग ने पैसे दिए इतना इधर आने के लिए, और मैं इधर बैठा हूँ, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मैं इंस्पायर्ड ही नहीं हूँ, है ना. So these two things I've decided. One is that everything around you is actually amazing. It's just slightly time shifted. You have to wait 30, 40 years before it becomes incredible. So imagine everything today is going to pass, because it really will pass. ये बदलेगा, आप अभी तस्वीर खींचे, क्योंकि ये आपको है ना अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं आएगी. टाइम इज टाइम, doesn't come back. गाँव की तस्वीरें, जब मैं ना 7-8 साल का बच्चा था ना पाकिस्तान गया था, मुझे गुस्सा आता था कि पाकिस्तान में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, what's this place. मैं हौरा में था जब मैं पाकिस्तान गया था. छोटे लेकिन जब मैं तस्वीरें देखा ना जिनसे मैंने नहीं खींचे जिनसे मेरे बाप ने खींचा था गांव में या शहर में they're like incredible. They're incredible. That kind of Pakistan is changing so much, you know, and even this country, you know, just you know the signage, you know, एक तस्वीर मैंने खींचा था विंचेस्टर टाउन सेंटर की है ना, जबरदस्त थी उसकी चांद आ रही थी हाई स्ट्रीट में, ठीक है, तो लोग कह रहे थे हाँ जबरदस्त है लेकिन बड़ा उस साइंस की है ना there's too many signs अपने फोटोशॉप करना था उसको निकाल देना था ये है ना सेमी सीरियस फोटोग्राफर्स की एडवाइस होती है इस तरह के ना डस्टबिन को निकाल दो यार तो मैंने कहा कि ये है ना 15-20 साल में ना जब साइनेज बदलेगा ना 30 साल में this is the things that actually are fascinating because जौन सा आप पुराने तस्वीरों में है ना साइनेज देखते हैं ना आप कहते हैं oh that's amazing. So why isn't the ones that are here today relatively going to be amazing too? You have to take it down. So, you know, you got to be not deterred by what's in front of you and that voice. जो सा आपका कान में कह रहा है कि this is dull, this is boring. आप travel करें कई जगह, आप exotic जगह जाओ. Yeah, no, that's wrong. That's the devil talking to you. You know, it's wrong. There is beauty everywhere and everything, even if it is dull, is going to be amazing in 30 years' time.
अच्छा ये चीज सारे ही फोटोग्राफर्स के साथ चल रही होती है यानी कि ये मेरे लिए भी यही हाल था कि मैं कराची में बैठा हुआ बहुत ज्यादा ये सोचता रहता हूँ कि यार मुझे निकल के लाहौर जाना चाहिए मुझे जाके किसी गांव में रहना चाहिए मुझे जाके वो नॉर्दर्न एरियाज में पहाड़ों को कैप्चर करना चाहिए मगर जिस वक्त वाकई जो है वो सीरियसली सोचना शुरू किया तो अपने इर्द गिर्द इतनी कहानियां इतनी स्टोरीज देखी और इतना कुछ देखा कि यार वाकई कि मैं अपने हमारा सबसे बड़ा मसला यही कि हम जो होता है उसको अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं और
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would love to come to Karachi. You know, for me, that's the next big trip. I would love to get friends there for Karachi. I'm definitely going to go to Karachi. What's that place, Lyle? Yeah, Junsa, काफी tough किस्म का जगह है.
लियारी
Anyway, Liari, yeah, I'm definitely going to come to Liari.
सब लोगों को लियारी क्यों आना है
I don't know. Maybe it's just famous. Maybe, you know, like I should take my own advice and go anywhere in Karachi and make it interesting, you know. So I'm willing to take my own advice anywhere in Karachi. You know, I mean, Lahore is a little bit gentle and it's surprising कि बड़ा शहर है. It's actually not that big. It doesn't feel big to me. London की तरह नहीं लगता है. London is literally like, you know, you won't find people who live in London. इतने tourists हैं उधर है ना. अगर आप पूछे ना London में कोई किधर जाना ना, you won't find somebody who knows because nobody knows anything. They're all tourists. है ना. या foreign home वाले लोग हैं जो से खाली बैठे हैं. There's nobody in London that's really in central London that feels like he's from England or London. That's how busy it is. And Lahore seems like a quiet place to me. And so I always feel like maybe Karachi will be that kind of proper city buzz, you know? There's a global city, Bombay, Katara, yeah, Tokyo, Katara, Karachi. Anyway, that's my imagination. उधर आ जाऊंगा अगर disappoint भी हो गया क्या होता है I'll be there you know you half the thing is your legs you get your legs to move and then even if it's not what you think कुछ और हो जाएगा है ना you just get yourself dangle करता ना carrot donkey के आगे वो कई जगह जाए तो जाए है ना so you know I'll go somewhere and what happens so Karachi is something in my mind one day
अच्छा ये बातों से जो है वो एक और सवाल था मेरे पास कि हम सबसे ज्यादा जो है वो ट्रस्ट करते हैं एक तस्वीर पर बनस्बत किसी मैं अगर एक आर्ट के हवाले से बात करूं तो किसी पेंटिंग से आज के दौर में किसी भी पेंटिंग से ज्यादा ट्रस्ट जो है एक फोटोग्राफ पे किया जा रहा होता है तो इसको पेंटिंग से ज्यादा अभी तक वैल्यूएबल क्यों नहीं समझा जाता फोटोग्राफी को
I think it's funny enough photography और painting का काफी interesting relationship है ना कि photography is an industrial process and painting is itself not really valued हम सोचते हैं लेकिन नहीं है because really only जोन से कई artist के valuable work है आमतौर पर most artists का काम is not valuable so it's very similar to the camera world you know I think there is more equivalence than आप imagine कर सकते हो लेकिन I find it fascinating कि जब मैंने है ना बैठकर सोचा था कि फोटोग्राफी ने है ना really drive किया था पेंटिंग को, क्योंकि really optics and realism है ना, वो optical instruments उन्होंने इस्तेमाल किया था perspective के लिए, और है ना the subject को compose करने के लिए. Then photography came and it killed realism in painting, you know. So then you see that for painting and art is driven by its reaction to photography. Then it started to go off into other directions because it had to, because photography ne cheapen kar diya tha realism ko. Even though I'll be honest with you, in my hands I feel like I'm jhuta kar raha hu tasveer ko, because I actually only have a particular view and I will accentuate that view. जैसे ना सिनेमैटिक व्यू है, मैं उसकी तरफ जाता जा रहा हूँ, वरना असली में सिनेमैटिक नहीं है, असली में सिचुएशन. So I'm actually false photographer. I don't photograph what's there. I photograph what I want, and I want to create what I want, not what's there. So for me, it's just about getting the ingredients and घर जाकर cook करना जो मेरे दिल में था. So I'm not actually a person who documents reality. You know, even though photography ka yehi samajh lo strong point tha, I'm not that kind of photographer. So that's why my things look cinematic, because I'm actually striving for it all the time. You know, I'm trying to color grade it, maybe unsuccessfully, but I'm trying all the time, and I'm trying to put the elements in so it's like cinematic. Lekin aksar nahi tha. You know, I have to force the situation, manipulate the elements to make it cinematic, and so I'm not a realistic photographer. I'm not a social documentary style photographer. I will do some if the composition is good. Otherwise, I'm not really interested, to be honest. Lekin it's very interesting in paintings. आपने नोट नहीं किया कि आजकल है ना paintings photographs से लेते हैं. So you can almost see the lens type. A lot of the painters, professional painters, जो ना करते हैं लोगों के लिए family paintings करते हैं, अच्छा भला charge करते हैं. So these are professional painters. They usually do it from a photograph. They don't do it from sitting. क्योंकि sitting की है ना एक खास quality होती है. Because painter can imagine anything. वो imagination ही खत्म हो गया क्योंकि वो photograph से नकली कर रहे हैं. तो अब photograph paint करो ना, तो मुझे साफ नजर आता है कि कौन सा लेंस इस्तेमाल किया है, कौन सा focal length है. Oh, you know, it's like literally I'm thinking ये क्या है, मैं photograph ही ले लूं. You know, I'm just totally, I think that's kind of moral, yeah, but it's bankrupt. It's a bankrupt art, that kind of painting. It's basically painting has really tried to escape photography, I feel. You know, and painting is always reacting against other things. You know, it's like literally there. It's like fine art is always trying to is being chosen by rich people. I tell you exactly how it is. See, देखो इस दुनिया में है ना काफी कम अमीर लोग हैं, ठीक है, कम है, लेकिन there's probably 1,000 billionaires, probably 2,000, 3,000 billionaires. अब आप देखें ना कि maybe there's a million millionaires. A million millionaires है ना Rolex पहन लेंगे, सबसे बड़ा गाड़ी भी ले लेंगे, सबसे अच्छे कपड़े पहनेंगे, तो वो बिलियनर से मिलता ना, तो उनमें कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. वो ड्रिंक पी रहा है ना, वन पर्सन के पास 2 मिलियन है, एक के पास 1 बिलियन है, कोई फर्क नहीं है ना, जब वो बैठे हुए चाय पी रहे हैं. लेकिन जब वो बिलियनर कहता है ना कि मेरे पास पिकासो है, मेरे पास 2 पिकासोस हैं, है ना, तो फिर दूसरा को समझ आता है कि वो किधर है इस दुनिया में. This is the purpose of fine art, you know, really, and that's why it's worth so much money, because it's just there to define people. Just a yacht करती है ना, because yacht है 30 फुट है या 200 मीटर वाला है. हाँ, मेरे पास yacht है, हाँ मेरे पास भी है, मेरा 200 मीटर है, 2 हेलीकॉप्टर बैठते हैं उस पर. आपका क्या है? हाँ, मेरा तो 30 फुट का है. हाँ, आपके जूते की तरह मैं शाइन करता हूँ, है ना. There's a level where you need to be able to tell. Rich people need a level. हमारे पास है ना बहुत abilities हैं सोचना कि किसका level क्या है, किसका गाड़ी Datsun है या Honda है, हम बहुत सारी चीजें हम है ना unconsciously समझ आ जाता है कि हमारा position क्या है. You know, even photographers करते रहते हैं ना, मेरे पास ये कैमरा है, ये लेंस है, हम बता देते हैं लोगों को. We are always broadcasting all the time. Vanity भी बहुत है इसमें, है ना. आप समझ लो, but it's like broad spectrum vanity. कपड़ों में, घड़ी में, आते में, मैं ये जानता हूँ, मैं इधर रहता हूँ, मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास किया हूँ, all these things. लेकिन जब मिलियनेयर क्लास में जाते हैं ना, then it's difficult for them. कि जोन सा जिसके पास मिलियन है, 10 मिलियन है, 100 मिलियन है, 1 बिलियन है, किसके पास 5 बिलियन है, उनके लिए है ना तरीका चाहिए कि है ना, there should be a pointer for them to be able to sit down और एक ड्रॉप कर दे, है ना, एक थोड़ा सा सेंटेंस, है ना. ओह या मेरा 200 मीटर या तो रिपेंट हो रहा है, हाँ 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 या मेरा तो है ना याट में 10 पिकासोस हैं, वो तो है ना वो अब मैं हैंग कर रहा हूँ, हाँ 10 मेरे पास ये है. That's the point of fine art. That's why it's so expensive. You know, otherwise painters mostly do not earn much money. They're as poor as us. It's just the same sort of thing, you know. That's my, sorry, that's my,
नहीं, बहुत अच्छा व्यू लगा. हमारे जैसे हमारे यहाँ है, कुछ लोग हमें जो है वो बता रहे थे, पूरी दुनिया में जिस तरह बातें हो रही हैं, तो यार मेरे पास लाइका है. हाँ,
yeah,
सारा
yeah,
वैल्यू का अंदाजा हो जाते हैं, हाँ, फोटोग्राफर
yeah.
की.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I will always respect somebody who says they have a Leica. I'll be honest with you, because the Leica look is amazing. You know, I do admit it. You know, I have no, I have no problem with anybody having any kind of system. ठीक है, लेकिन कई लोग है ना काफी limited ability हैं, वो है ना सबसे महंगा kit लेंगे. And you know, this is another crime that photographers do. It's a criminal thing that people do, and that's their problem. But this is what they do. ठीक है, so I'm not afraid of my kit. कई चीजों का मैं डर है. मेरे एक tilt shift lens, मुझे 2 साल लगे थे किस्तों पर खरीदने में, 2 साल. तो मैं मेरा प्रशांत से निकालता हूँ उसको बैग से, प्रशानी से, ठीक है, और रियली मेक श्योर. दूसरे भी एक और लेंस है, मैं इसके तरह करता हूँ, बाकी मैं बिल्कुल नहीं करता हूँ. गिरता हूँ, डस्ट में बैग है, उसका लेंस कैप नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं. लेकिन आई एंजॉय माई फोटोग्राफी विद दोज lenses a lot because I'm not concerned about the kit. मैं किट से डरता नहीं हूँ, मैं परेशान नहीं हूँ किट के बारे में. मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि आर्ट क्या करना है, मैंने क्या खींचना है. कई लोग जो काफी मीडियोकर है ना, टैलेंट है, वो है ना, वो they're preserving the kit. वो है ना मेरा किट ये है, and they're preserving its shininess, उसका वैल्यू है ना, वो बहुत महंगा था, मैंने उसको निकालना नहीं, बारिश में नहीं निकालना, या इधर मैंने नहीं लेकर जाना है. You know, I don't want to, I don't know, I can see that attitude, you know, and I think to be disrespectful to your kit will really help you. An artist जो ना पेंटर करता है, वो मोहब्बत नहीं करता ब्रश को. He doesn't worship the brush. The brush is invisible. You know, a great, you know, literally, why are you looking at the brush and thinking about the brush all the time? Nobody does that. And in photography, we are so invested in thinking about the kit that you will not actually progress if you just think about the kit. So I always respect people who have a Leica and use it properly. If you have a Leica and you just want to make sure your red dot ka nazar aaya na logon ko, that's fine. I understand that. ये भी एक तरीका है कहने के मेरे पास है पैसे. That's fine. हम सब करते हैं, ठीक है, हम सब करते हैं. I'm just saying, I'm no different to anybody else, ठीक है. लेकिन that's your loss because you're just wasting good kit, you know. And I understand. I recognize these people, and I understand what type of photographer you are. You know, I can understand instantly. You know, जोन सा बंदा हमें seriously लेता है photography, और जोन सा ना दिखा रहा है. So it's a funny world.
अच्छा, आप मुझे अपने जो है वो फोटोग्राफी के हवाले से तरीका बताएं, यानी कि हाउ टू डिसाइड या हाउ टू प्लान अ फोटो. आप कैसे
Okay.
प्लान करते हैं, क्या क्या करते हैं, उसको डिस्कस करते हैं. जैसे मैं जो है वो एक सर्टेन जैसे एक आपकी पूरी एक सीरीज देखी है मैंने, वो जो आर्मी की एक पूरी परेड हो रही है. आई लव, मुझे बहुत शानदार सीरीज है, मुझे बहुत ज्यादा पसंद है वो सीरीज आपकी. तो जो है उसके बारे में कुछ हमें डिटेल में बताएं कि कैसे प्लान किया, क्या शॉट्स थे, और क्या स्टोरीज थी उनके पीछे.
ठीक है. So I mean, because मैं deeply involved नहीं हूँ planning में. मेरा दोस्त
सही सही.
he's the one who did the planning of the day, and I have to be just flexible because कई चीजें मैं ना control नहीं कर सकता हूँ. जैसे जिस गाड़ी में मुझे है ना hospitality मिल रही है ना, तो फिर मेरा फिक्र है कि मैं इस गाड़ी से कैसे खींचूंगा तस्वीरें. You know, I have to think of the lens choices. What are the limitations I'm going to get? What are the lenses that are going to help me
Right.
out? You know, so I have to really, and because if you can't take everything with you, you have to think what is the most leverage, the lenses with the most leverage. So I give you an example. Say like I was in the lead car for the convoy. Mera dost tha, he was doing the lead. I wasn't sure कि lead best होएगा. लेकिन I was, you don't know until you're in it, which is the best place, ठीक है? So I was in the lead car, लेकिन मैंने सोचा था कि अगर मैं lead में हूँ, तो अगर मैंने है ना एक अच्छा सा बड़ा aperture वाला है ना tele लिया, I have 150 f2, ठीक है? Micro Four Thirds की है, लेकिन that will give me the kind of the ability to zoom in to the back convoy, and it's shaking, but it'll get a very fast shutter speed because you won't be able to get that. That's the problem. You need a fast shutter speed to get through the window. The car is shaking, and it worked. You know, I could go through the back windows के वो लकीरें भी थे वो electric वाले है ना heater का निकली, लेकिन वो है ना finish को खत्म हो जाती. You don't see them, and I got some sharp shots from so that worked, but I had too many lenses, and so I think the lenses is really crucial. The look you want, the most best look you can get with the least lenses. You know, so I really think hard about the lenses. You can't carry everything. And for me, I don't like these 24 to 74. हाँ ना मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद है. I just hate them. That's for me. Wedding photographers' lenses are like primes, and I will just because they're fast, they'll get you out of trouble. You know, in a moving car, in low light, from the morning to the evening, they'll help you. You know, I would rather miss a few shots and then spend more time organizing when I can organize. So you just have to accept that you're going to lose sometimes and just be ready when you're winning. You just have those right lenses. You know, so I think lenses is really, really important. You know, go back and look at other people's pictures and see what kind of pictures you want and go for the focal length. You know, so I mean, like I said, I prepare दिन पहले भी है ना मैं prepare करता हूँ कि I don't eat too many things so that I'm literally like dry. I'm a dry load in the morning, and I don't have tea in the morning, and I'm rested. Sleep is so important. I don't want to be grumpy. Don't want to be grumpy. I really, you know, and I'll take a can of energy drink, okay? And I will have only a few nuts and a few chocolates. That's all I just want enough food to think. I don't want food to eat. I want food so I can hold the shutter down and think. That's all I need to do. You know, I mean, कई events में मैं गया हूँ, मैंने सोचा नहीं, मेरा इतना मैंने काम किया, इतना thinking किया, इतना enjoy किया, कि when I finished, I felt like I'm going to drop dead. Literally, the moment I stopped, I realized how empty I am. Empty of food, empty of everything, empty of energy. Because just the thinking and the energy of thinking is just all I have. And it was enough. You know, and that's what I thrive on when I'm in an event. I just want that energy in my mind. You know, I don't mind beating my legs and arms to pieces and my body. As long as that spark is in your mind and I have the ability with the right lenses, you know, and I made the right choices. Not too many, you know, have somebody with you. I wish I could have somebody with me. I employed somebody to carry my things, you know, umbrella or bag, lenses, and that was lovely. Like, and I wish I was at that level where I could just afford maybe two people, you know, like a surgeon. Yeah, though this lens, you know, this is what I really want. You know, I don't want to be carrying. This is like donkey work. I want to be thinking about the imagery, you know. So, you know, do you carry too much? You're like a donkey. You think too much about your kit, you become somebody who thinks about their kit too much. You have to be easy with your kit. And, you know, you've got to take chances and risks. You know, and I feel like you shouldn't be loving your kit. Don't think of your kit. You know, first of all, you've got to be good with it, you know, which is all the good videos on YouTube. There's no excuse for not being technically able now. YouTube में इतने ज़बरदस्त वीडियो हैं, you cannot be technically not good in photography. If you want to be good, you'll be good technically. That should not be a problem. Inspiration is a different thing, but technically nobody should have a problem. So
आपकी बातों से मुझे अपना भी काफ़ी सारा कुछ याद आया। मेरी भी बिहेवियर इसी तरह है कि मेरी जेब में जब मैं किसी असाइनमेंट पे जाता हूँ, तो सिर्फ़ चॉकलेट्स या टॉफ़ीज़ होती हैं, सिर्फ़ शुगर लेवल सही रखने के लिए।
that's it. Yeah.
एक दिन या कम से कम 12 घंटे पहले से मैं अपनी पानी की मिकदार कम कर देता हूँ, इसलिए कि मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा जो है ना वो वॉशरूम जाने की नीड होती है अगर मैं पानी
Yeah. लेकिन आपने पानी भी नहीं खरीदना है. You don't want to go somewhere because I mean कई जगह ना मैंने Notting Hill Festival किया था. There's an app called the Photographer's Ephemeris. ठीक है, वो बताता है कि सूरज किधर है. Any day it'll tell you where the suraj is. This to me is very important. I need to know if the sun is coming, which way, and I will position myself accordingly. So for me, where the sun is really the most important thing. Where is the sun where I'm going, and where do I want to be? What do I want to photograph in relation to this? And if I get a spot, I need to stay in that spot because when it gets busy, I can't move from that spot. As soon as I think I want to go to the bathroom, I'm thirsty and I need to get water, this game over. Your spot is gone. Your rhythm is gone. You go there, get the water. You think, oh, main thak gaya, main ja raha hoonga. Literally, the whole thing goes downhill. You got to stay in that space and stay there as long as you can. And just have everything with you, the peanuts and the toffees and. So,
अच्छा, एक जो सवाल मेरे पास आया हुआ था वो आपके जो सिनेमैटिक लुक के हवाले से था कि आप मोस्टली फोकल लेंथ क्या इस्तेमाल करते हैं कि जो एक तरह का जो है वो उसको लुक
Yeah. So for me, the most important thing is to go back and use a telly. Because flatten एक perspective होती है, वो ना painting की look हो जाती है फिर, है ना? जो सा नजदीक आते हैं ना wide angle उतनी ही वो spread होती है, उसमें motion आ जाती है ना तस्वीर में, मुझे वो बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद है. It's good for some things when you want to show motion, but then if I really want motion, I'll go to film. I actually want a painting look, a static painting look. वो होता है distance से और flattened perspective से. So for me, the most important thing is to go backwards and use a telly. And if you find that problematic क्योंकि wide angle नहीं है, तो फिर आप ना उसको stitch करो, stitch them together, and then you'll find the detail is great. You'll find the wide angle is there and the flattened perspective. So that's the one thing you find in paintings is that flattened perspective. And I know in cinematic things में वो काफी वो spread होती है. You do get that kind of spread, which I don't mind. लेकिन लोगों का ना it deforms people too much, I find. And we can static चीजें जो से solid things is fine. Buildings को थोड़ा सा distort करना कोई मसला नहीं है. लेकिन when you distort a person, it's very difficult to really appreciate the interactions that are going on. So I try and avoid that. My best thing is to actually go backwards, go as far back as you can, and get a really nice telly, flatten the perspective. If it's not enough, stitch it together, and that's my kind of that's my key trick, I would say. If I had only if the most basic kit I would take that would make me happy. पहले है तो mobile phone है क्योंकि उसका wide angle ठीक है, it's good. The thing is I want to capture with wide angle is enough by mobile actually. It's just basically people doing things. I don't need to see the hair in the nostrils if I'm doing movement in a street. Really, it's just the scene. That's all I need to see really. And I think the mobile does a good enough job. Uska weight ko, the weight ratio to the results you get is good. Okay? The other thing, the most bare minimum kit I would take is the GM1 Panasonic. छोटी सी cigarette packet की तरह है. जो micro four thirds है. उसके छोटे छोटे buttons है. You feel like you have to do this. ठीक है? उसको करना लेकिन it does everything. ठीक है? तो उसमें है ना 45mm Olympus की lens लगाओ उसमें. And that's like a 90 equivalent. So basically from the back of my pocket, I can split the two back in my pocket. I can put a 90 mil in my pocket, and I have the mobile phone. You give me those and I'll do anything. Because with the 90 mil, I can take a portrait, a flattering portrait, and then I can take a wide angle scene. I'll take portrait shots in manual and I'll just stitch them together. So all of a sudden, I have something that can take a magnificent view and can take a portrait. Then I have my phone for social documentary. It does video and social documentary. This is the most bare minimum kit I need to be successful, I feel. And that's how I think, So anything beyond that is luxury. But if you use a 45, if I come to Karachi, I'm going to come and see you, Shahrukh. Have you ever used Micro Four Thirds? Micro Four Thirds कभी इस्तेमाल किया आपने?
बिल्कुल इस्तेमाल किया है मैंने और ओलंपस का जो है EM 10 था।
ठीक है।
EM 10 इस्तेमाल किया है। इसके अलावा मेरा जो फर्स्ट कैमरा था वो ओलंपस का ही था, पॉइंट एंड शूट था खैर वो तो, मगर जो मैंने जिंदगी में पहली दफा अपनी जमा पूंजी पैसे जमा करके जो लिया था वो ओलंपस का ही था। 4 मेगापिक्सल्स का कैमरा था वो। वैसे अभी ओलंपस की बात हुई, आप भी ओलंपस, तो एक खबर अभी कुछ दिन पहले न्यूज आई कि ओलंपस जो है वो बंद हो रही है, तो उसको सुन के आपके लिए क्या था कि माइक्रो फोर थर्ड पे काम करने वाली एक वाकई जिसने माइक्रो फोर थर्ड पे ही काम किया और बहुत ही शानदार काम किया माइक्रो फोर थर्ड के हवाले से, तो आप क्या समझते हैं इस न्यूज?
Well, the thing is, I would not invest in big lenses anymore, in the biggest lenses. They have flagship lenses coming, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I can't afford the 140 to, I don't know, it's 400 mil. I think it's going to be like silly money. But if I had the silly money, I would almost have thought about it in the past. Like now, I don't have the money and I wouldn't think about it. Now that Olympus is kind of shaky. Lekin I feel it's an opportunity for me. मेरा काफी कितना गुम हुआ था Florida में. Uber driver took all my best Olympus kit, my best lenses and everything. So for me, it's an opportunity to rebuy those things because they are going cheaper now, actually. And the good thing is, you got to think what works for you, not what the future of the company is. For me, if I had the 25 1.2, it's an amazing lens. It's an amazing lens. As long as my Olympus is working, I will get priceless pictures out of it for 5, 10, 20 years. कितने पुराने lenses चल रहे हैं, है ना? And कितने amazing होते हैं. And a lens is amazing. It's amazing today. It's amazing in 20 years. So for me, it's an opportunity and a warning not to invest too heavily in the very biggest lenses. Like the ones that I don't really that bothered about. I'm not a bird shooter. I'm not really interested in birds at all. ठीक है? बस कभी-कभी करना पड़ता है क्योंकि subject ही नहीं है, ठीक है? दिल से करना ही पड़ता है, ठीक है? लेकिन the smaller lenses are amazing. I mean, literally the pro lenses are just literally out of this world. So for me, I'm going to use it as an opportunity, and I'll have no problem if Olympus goes bust afterwards. Because I'll enjoy using those lenses. And I enjoy using them on different bodies as well, like the GM1 Panasonic. It was just amazing kind of little camera, मेरे पास इतने सारे थे, टूटते रहते थे कि मैं ना पॉकेट में रखता था, गिरते रहते थे. I had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them, टूटे फूटे 3-4 break हुए हैं. अब 3 रह गए हैं वो जो से, they're all broken, like one button is broken, one is this not working, one is that not working. लेकिन बनते नहीं, अब खरीद भी नहीं सकते हो. So yeah, I'm not worried. Don't worry about brand. Picture taking is nothing to do with brand. And glass is glass. Glass is great, doesn't matter when, if it's great glass today, it's great glass in 20 years. So I have no interest. My football team nahi hai कि मैं Olympus के साथ जाऊं या Cap के साथ जाऊं या I don't care about them. That's not my business. I don't really care about the companies, There'll always be companies making things, image making things. It's really what I do is interests me, But that's just a way of getting there, If if my car breaks down, I'll get another different one. Who cares? You know? So really, but I love what Olympus has done up to now, and that's enough for me. You know, they have some great lenses, and I'll just use it as an opportunity to buy some more. You know. So,
अच्छा, जो एक और थी आपको जो है वो अक्सर जो है वो कुछ लोगों का काम इंस्पायर करता है या फिर आप कुछ तस्वीरों को लेके जो है या कुछ तस्वीरें इंस्पायर करती हैं, तो आपको किसी का काम अगर जिससे आपने सबसे ज़्यादा इंस्पायर हुए हो?
okay, well, I mean, like I said earlier, Shahrukh, कि मैं है ना थोड़ा सा lazy complacent था and untutored, almost uneducated in photography. So I have committed some grave sins, really, you know, the not taking an interest in anybody's work. लेकिन the funny thing is, एक हमारा member है ना, तो खलील जो सा ना जबरदस्त पोर्ट्रेट्स करता है पाकिस्तान के, है ना? तो मैंने उसकी तस्वीरें देखे थे फ्लिकर पर 4, 5, 6 साल पहले। तो उसके तस्वीरें से है ना मुझे इंस्पायर हुआ था कि मैं पाकिस्तान जाऊं और उसी तरह का है ना तस्वीरें उसी स्टाइल में तो नहीं, लेकिन मुझे है ना रीएवैल्यूएट करना चाहिए कि पाकिस्तान कैसे का अपॉर्चुनिटी है तस्वीरों के लिए। जो सा ना पहले मैं सोचता नहीं था, अब मैं बड़ा सीरियसली लेता हूँ पाकिस्तान एज अ सब्जेक्ट मैटर, व्हिच आई नेवर यूज्ड टू. So I'd say that's something that has inspired me. Obviously, मेरा दोस्त था Neil Buchan Grant. He inspired me a lot. लेकिन उसका स्टाइल मेरे तरह ही है वैसे. So I can't say it's inspired me to take different pictures, but he inspired me with his techniques and his, you know, his kit and his experience and his manner, his behavior. With, you know, the thing is, don't. That's the thing, you know. You see people who are डरते हैं लोगों से, so they'll get the zoom, the दूसरे But those pictures never come out nice because the person is almost like their face is gone when they're walking or they're eating. There's nothing there, Hannah. It's only when they come to you and then they show a human face, you know. So to go to people directly, don't take a telly or a zoom for people shots unless you actually are approaching them, you know, and you're doing it from a distance, but you approach them. You know, use a short angle. You know, 55 is great because it makes you deal with people, you know. So that's a good one, you know, you just deal with people. You know, don't try and escape through lenses. You know, I don't like doing this. I'll get a lens that I can capture them from a distance. Don't do that. That's cheating. That's like running a marathon and finding a taxi. That's cheating. You won't benefit. So
चीटिंग से ज़्यादा एथिक्स की बात नहीं आती इसमें कि बहुत सारी चीज़ों के मामले में जो है हम स्ट्रीट पे जो है वो बहुत सारे लॉज तो हैं फोटोग्राफी के हवाले से स्ट्रीट के, मगर हम बहुत सारे जूम के हवाले से या जूम फोटोग्राफी जो मैं स्ट्रीट पे लोगों की देख रहा होता हूँ, तो वो वाकई वो चीटिंग या अनएथिकल नहीं?
Yeah, I think we're in a golden era, Shahrukh, because अभी है ना ये permission वाला है ना वक्त ये टेक्नो सर्वेलेंस वाली कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी में हम फुली एम्बेडेड नहीं है, लेकिन एक वक्त आना है कि कैमरा भी बताएगा कि कौन खींच रहा है, किधर खींच रहा है, मेरे नजदीक खींच रहा है. जैसे वो फ्लू ट्रेसिंग वाली होती है ना एप्स जापान में और साउथ कोरिया में बता रहा है कि आप अभी गुजरे हो किसी बंदा से जिसके पास कोविड है, you went 5 meters close to somebody. In future, I think cameras are going to be able to tell everybody within 5 to 10 meters कि वो खींच रहा है तस्वीर और मेरे तरफ खींच रहा है और उसने इजाजत लिया है, आपने इजाजत देना है. You know, just like drones are constricted in terms of where they can fly, for cameras again are going to be constricted in terms of what they can photograph. अगर लोग हैं या जगह भी permission नहीं दे रहा है, तो फिर the house or the people will themselves deny permission to the camera. So we're in a golden age at the moment where we can get away with these things. लेकिन फिर इसमें आती है ethics की बात, है ना? मुझे तो aesthetics की बात है कि मुझे इतना पसंद नहीं है. है ना? लेकिन मेरे पास वो जबरदस्त वो टेली है, ओलंपस में बैठा हाई स्ट्रीट में तस्वीरें खींचे लोगों को, तो मैं देख रहा था कि आई कैन टेल द मेकअप दिस लेडी इज डन इन द मॉर्निंग और नहीं किया. Is it ethical for me to know? Is it ethical for me to post this, on the local photography groups? It's not really. So I wouldn't. So there is a line. I would draw a line. I mean, बच्चों की तस्वीरें खींचना इस country में बहुत no है. You have to ask permission. And facial recognition की वजह से है, people are very concerned about these things. And I think it's going to become more extreme, and the solutions will be forced on us through technology. So this is a golden era now. Maybe there's a greater golden era in the 50s and 60s, जो तो बिल्कुल खुला था. और पाकिस्तान में कोई फिक्र ही नहीं है. अभी you're in a golden era there. Once the technology becomes fully usable in Europe and China and Japan, it will come to Pakistan. Then all of a sudden you won't be able to take pictures of anybody or freely of scenes. है ना? You take a street scene, तो 10 बंदे object करेंगे. है ना? In real time. So I think it's important to, capture this free life we live now, because it's not going to happen in the future. We're definitely in 15 to 20 years, which is within our lifetime. This kind of ethics is going to be enforced on us. हमारा choosing personal choice नहीं होएगा. It'll be forced on us technologically. So
जैसे अभी हमारे पास एक टेक्नोलॉजी तो आ ही गई है, जिसके हवाले से बहुत सारे यहाँ पर जो है वो केसेस या और दूसरी चीज़ें हमें भी सुनने को, इसमें कम से कम फेस रिकॉग्नाइजेशन वाली जो सिस्टम है, वो अभी बहुत हद तक तो नहीं, मगर ये कि बहुत सारी जगहों पर इम्प्लीमेंट हो रहा है. तो
yeah,
इससे भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो है कम से कम इंटरनेट पे आके तो जो है ना, वो आपको फिर लाइन आपको वाक़ई अपनी बनानी पड़ेगी कि आपने क्या करना है. अगर परमिशन ली भी है तो डालनी है, अदरवाइज़ जो है वो आपके लिए बहुत मसले मसाइल हो जाएँगे. यानी कि
yeah,
आपको जो है वो कॉपीराइट्स इश्यू या और दूसरे इश्यूज़ लाज़मी जो
yeah.
है वो फेस करना.
सही है. मेरे ख्याल है फ्रांस में तो अभी आ गया है. I think street photographer को permission चाहिए. So literally this has arrived already. Lekin I think the state, just he'll be the biggest photographer. The state is going to be the great photographer in the sky. We're just going to be nothing. His state to trillions of pictures le raha hai har second. And how that behaves is how we are going to have to be forced to behave. Maybe we'll go back to painting and sketching. वही चीज आप कर सकते हो, है ना, freestyle. Who knows? But we know that things will change, so make the most of today and take the pictures today, because respect the change and expect the change. That everything you are seeing and taking pictures of now is not going to be there in 20 years' time. 20 to 30 years' time. आप देखें ना, मैं सोचता हूँ advertising hoardings देखो ना. Just imagine the flat panel technology, the way it's changing, it's getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. It's going to be like Blade Runner one day. It's going to be a mixture of Blade Runner and what we have today. तो ये ना static किस्म के है ना, signboard, signage जो हमारे पास अभी भी है, कागज पर printed है posters. The people will look back at that and think, oh, कितना प्यार था, एक वक्त ऐसे होता था ना, देखो कागज के poster है, वो steel के उसके street signs है, कितना sweet है, याद है वो वक्त. And then people will look for the pictures, and they didn't take any pictures because they only took pictures of their children and the music event or the sports event. They didn't take the pictures of the ordinary. Once a badlata, So take pictures of ordinary. क्योंकि 20 साल में extraordinary होएगा. That's my advice. I should take it as well.
टाइम ने बहुत ज़्यादा इफ़ेक्ट किया है फोटोग्राफी को भी, और फोटोग्राफी ने भी टाइम पर बहुत ज़्यादा इफ़ेक्ट किया है. हमारी पूरी जो है वो सारी बातों का जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा लुब्बे-लुबाब ये आ रहा है अब तक हमारे सामने. तो जो है जैसे हम टेक्नोलॉजी ने जो है वो फोटोग्राफी को एक नया अंदाज दिया, या फिर नया जो है वो पेपर से निकाल के डिजिटल पे हमें जो है वो लेके चली गई. तो डिजिटली जो है वो हमें क्या फ़ायदे आपको दिखे या क्या नुकसानात हमें डिजिटली होने से दिखे?
I mean, I think digitally the biggest change photography था जब वो introduce हुआ था 1890s में जो भी उस वक्त, that was like magic. I mean, literally, that was like magic. Okay, because that was the. I think sometimes that we forget कि हमारा era है ना is we think हम कितने technologically advanced है, कितना हमारे में फर्क है. लेकिन actually, the biggest changes were 100 years ago. The telegram, you know, the steam engine, the car, all the big changes. They like had the biggest like 5-6 changes. We just had one like computer आया, digital आया, तो हम एक दूसरों से है ना केबल से बात करने हैं ना. Literally, but they had like 5, 6, 10 changes 100 years ago, and so we are going through slow changes relatively, you know. And I think the biggest changes photography did is already done. You know, I mean, look at cinema. Cinema was like everybody went to cinema 3-4 times. Sometimes they went twice in a day. You know, it was like, you know, like people don't realize these things were so big. They changed everything. Radio was so big in the 1940s and 30s. It changed everything. You know, so what we are going through with our internet and digital, I think just because हमारे नजदीक है हम सोचते हैं कि ये कितना amazing है, हमको याद है कि नहीं था और अब है. We think, oh, this is an amazing change. लेकिन people have been through bigger changes within our lifetime. Our grandparents went through bigger changes. You know, when they sat in a train for the first time, in a telegram bridge, you know, and these kind of things. And the photography of the 1950s, जब भी शुरू हुआ था ना, that had, it's already been through a lot of change. तब ये तो बस छोटे-छोटे changes है ना? Really, we're just like literally in the gap between the great change of 100 years ago to the final kind of जोन सा settlement होना ना state के साथ और technology के साथ जोन सा हमको hand down होएगा ना कि ये आप तरीके से आपने कैमरा इस तरह इस्तेमाल करना, आप लोगों के साथ ऐसे नहीं करना है, परमिशन ढूंढना है, ये डिसेबल होएगा अगर आपने ऐसे, you know, like there was an infrared camera in Hong Kong, I think, that could see through kapre, you know. I mean, so technology is not allowed to go wherever it wants to, you know. It is controlled and it will be managed, you know. So, you know, we are just in that period, we're at the end period. You know, I don't think we're in a new period. We're at the end period. And the next one is we're going to be controlled. Technology will be controlled. You'll be tracked. Your camera will be tracked. Every picture you will be taking will be tracked. Every person that you possibly take will also have, you know, that kind of tracking ability to, and it will be good in a way कि आप तस्वीर खींच सकते हो और फिर 10 बंदे खरीद सकते हैं जो उनसे तस्वीर में थे, है ना. अगर उन्होंने इजाजत दी है आप तस्वीर खींचो तो फिर फटाफट वो 10 बंदे जो उनसे थे तस्वीर में, जो उनसे ना इजाजत दी है, उनसे आपको पूछना नहीं पड़ेगा. उनको पता होगा कि ये कैमरा ने लिया था, ये तस्वीर इस वक्त, मैं देखूंगा अगर मैं खरीद सकता हूँ या नहीं, है ना. So there'll be different possibilities, but I don't think it's going to be controlled by photographers. It's going to be controlled by the state and technology. What comes next, you know? So maybe we should be modest. Really, we are not the authors of change. We are just passengers. But make the most of today, I say.
अच्छा, एक आम बंदे की जिंदगी में भी जो है इस टेक्नोलॉजी ने काफी इफेक्ट किया. यानी कि मैं जो है बहुत सारी जगहों पर जब तस्वीर स्ट्रीट पर किसी से इजाजत लेके खींचता हूँ तो बहुत सारों से कोशिश ये होती है कि यार मैं कम से कम एक प्रिंट जो है वो उन तक पहुंचाऊं ताकि उनसे कम्युनिकेशन या फिर दोबारा राब्ता जो है वो बढ़े और उस जगह पे काम करने का दोबारा एक मौका मिल सके कम से कम. अच्छा, वो बहुत सारी जगहों पर आज की टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमें जो है ना वो गवा दिया है. यानी कि हमें नहीं मिल रहा होता. वो सीधा सा जो है ना वो मुझे अपना नंबर देता है, यार व्हाट्सएप कर देना. वो चाहे वो वेजिटेबल सेलर हो या फिर वो एक कसाई हो या एक कोई भी हो, वो सीधा सा मुझे एक नंबर देता है, यार मेरी जो है ना ये तस्वीर इस पे व्हाट्सएप कर देना. और मैं मोस्टली कोशिश ये कर रहा होगा कि यार व्हाट्सएप नहीं करूँ, मैं खुद जाके जो है ना वो दोबारा रिविजिट करूँ. मगर ये एक इंसान के लिए अच्छा हमारे यहाँ जो है वो डिजिटली ये सारी चीजों की वैल्यूज भी खोती जा रही. लेकिन मैं अभी जैसे आपसे बात हुई पोस्टर्स के हवाले से, तो बचपन में जो है वो हमें वो ईद कार्ड्स और हैप्पी बर्थडे कार्ड्स जो है ना वो सारे जो है ना वो एक अलग खुशी देते थे. अब सिर्फ और सिर्फ व्हाट्सएप पे एक मैसेज आ जाता है डिजिटली जो है वो लिखा हुआ और वो शायद उतना फैसिनेट नहीं कर पाता हमें, या फिर हम जो है उसकी वैल्यूज जो है ना वो अभी तक या तो सही से आई नहीं है हमारे अंदर कि यार एक बस मोबाइल से बस देखा, हाँ नाम लिखा हुआ आ रहा है, और बाकी वो जो एक फिजिकल थी हम हमारा रिलेशन था किसी चीज से या किसी, वो
सही है।
बहुत ज्यादा कटता जा रहा है।
I think शाहरुख ये है कि how much time did you personally put into it, है ना? टेक्नोलॉजी तो बदलेगा और आसान हो गया। जैसे आप कह रहे हैं ना कि मुझे तो बड़ा इरिटेटिंग लगता है कि लोग कहते हैं कि मुझे ईमेल करो, मुझे ढूंढना पड़ता है तस्वीर कराकर कि कौन सा था, किसने कहा था, किसका ईमेल। Really, I find it totally irritating. You know, I mean, I want to, because like you, I want to, you know, it's a joint enterprise, है ना? उन्होंने मुझे हाथ दिया, मैंने भी हाथ देना, है ना? I have to, but I can't wait कि टेक्नोलॉजी आएगी कि मेरा कैमरा वैसे ही पेशकार कर सकता है इंटरनेट पर कि मैंने ये तस्वीरें खींचे, you know, you want to buy them or have them take them, ठीक है? I don't want to be involved in that process. ये टेक्नोलॉजी कर सकता है अभी, क्यों नहीं करते हैं? You know, really, I think the camera manufacturers are very limited in their thinking. You know, they really, मुझे याद आता है हम जब हमने है ना वीडियो रिकॉर्डर और टीवी खरीदा था ना एक सोनी का, लॉन्ग लॉन्ग टाइम अगो, VHS रिकॉर्डर, है ना? जब हमने रिमोट देखा था ना उसका, ऐसे लगता था हम रॉकेट शिप को चलाने लग रहे हैं। You know, literally like 100 to 200 buttons, है ना? And literally that was the selling point कि ये इतना technologically advanced है कि इसके कितने buttons हैं, ठीक है? And I just thought कितने stupid designers हैं। No, the designers are not stupid. They were just not given the brief to make it simple. और cameras का भी थोड़ा सा ये मसला है. They want so much functionality. They're always thinking कि ये बेचने के लिए, हाँ ये करिए. They don't use the usability, you know. And I feel technology is limited at the moment. And you know, this WhatsApp thing, अगर आप ये करना नहीं पड़ा ना कि phone पहले ही बता सकता है कैमरा को कि मैंने ये आपने मेरा खींचा है इस वक्त time stamp. You know, he'll have access to your pictures regardless. Maybe your camera will be on the server as soon as you get home, है ना? तो वो जो सा बंदे ने क्या तस्वीर खींचा तो टाइम स्टैम्प के साथ है ना फोन लेकर can access it. Now, the thing is, if you do that, then you can spend more time yourself investing your social time in people. You know, instead of giving them the kagas, you have more time to spend socially with them. You know, so you know there is always be compensating things. It's always about time. ना बंदा का time आपने invest कितना किया था? जब hello hello कहता है ना लोगों को कितनी देर लगाया था hello hello कहने में, है ना? That's the key thing, isn't it? The investment you give to people in time. They don't really want something. They just want to know कि आपने मेरे लिए कुछ किया था, मैं याद करूँगा आपको. कितना time आपने गुजारा था मेरे साथ. ये hello hello कहते हैं ना जल्दी से hi hi मैं भाग रहा हूँ जा रहा हूँ, है ना? प्रिंट लेकर दिखाता है कि आपने है ना टाइम लगाया था किसी पर. It's not the print, it's the time, है ना? So I think you'll be freed from the silly things. जो से हमारे कैमरा मैन्युफैक्चरर्स ने ठीक नहीं किया है क्योंकि आंख ही नहीं इस चीजों पर, है ना? And really you'll be free to then spend the social time on people, you know, and I think that will you'll create new opportunities to do the something that's equivalent to the print. So I think we're just waiting for the next move, I think. You know, and I think the camera manufacturers are not imaginative enough. You know, so I think there's going to be an Apple moment, है ना? जैसे Android की वक्त था ना, मुझे याद है Android के phones कितने stupid थे. मुझे याद है I had this like क्या बोलते हैं Nokia था. Yes, everything does everything. I was told कि it did everything. है ना? It was this amazing technology, छोटी सी चीज़ है. Amazing. तो मैंने अलार्म लगाना था एक दिन. मैं सोचा था कि अलार्म कैसे लगाऊं. मैं सोचा ये कितना बेसिक चीज़ है. मुझे सोचना पड़ रहा है कि अलार्म किधर है. You know, literally, it's so irritating. Just what's the point? कितना technologically enabled phone है, हर चीज कर सकता है, लेकिन मुझे अलार्म ढूंढना मुश्किल है. Nothing is obvious. तो फिर iPhone आया था. You know, literally, you did not have to read the instructions. मेरा वाइफ ने कहा था कि ये फोन कैसे इस्तेमाल करना. मैंने iPhone देखा और इस्तेमाल किया. And that's how it was worked. You looked at it and you worked it. It worked. Camera manufacturers have to wait for their iPhone moment. You know, because they literally do not know how to make something usable. I'm technically able and I can use a camera, any camera. I have no problem. मेरा प्रॉब्लम है कि मेरे पास इतने हैं कि मैं है ना मुश्किल से याद करता हूँ कि सेटिंग क्या था, इसके ऊपर था या नीचे था या ISO क्या था मेन्यू में. क्या irritating. Lekin even then, I look at a camera and I think it's not actually designed well enough to be usable. You know, it should. मैं सोचना कि अगर बुढ़ा बंदा आधा अंधा है, नहीं आधा blind, है ना? He's half blind and an old person can use it. That's brilliantly designed. That is a good design. जोनसा बंदा है ना थोड़ा सा, you know, his concentration isn't on the thing. You know, that's to me, camera को ना absorb नहीं करना चाहिए आपका attention. It's actually the scene in front of you. So for me, the camera is like a hurdle. You have to overcome the hurdle. Okay, you know, if you train yourself enough, it doesn't become a hurdle. But I don't think the camera manufacturers are doing enough, you know. So I think, you know, we'll have new opportunities and better future. I think we need the Apple iPhone moment in cameras.
कैमरा ब्रांड्स को वाकई सोचना चाहिए इस बारे में। हम कैमरा ब्रांड्स के हवाले से भी बात देखते हैं कि कैमरा ब्रांड जो है वो प्रोफेशनली, कोई भी कैमरा बायर जो है वो प्रोफेशनलों की क्वांटिटी में भी 10% भी नहीं होती है जो उस कैमरे को प्रोफेशनली इस्तेमाल करना। हमने ज्यादातर सोशली या सोशल डॉक्यूमेंट्स के हवाले से जो है वो 90% इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, अगर इसका एक बड़ा इस्तेमाल अगर देखा जाए तो इसमें ये बात वाकई बहुत ज्यादा जो है ना वो इम्पैक्ट करेगी कि अगर हमें जो है वो सोशली जो है सबसे ज्यादा सोशली इस्तेमाल हो रहा है तो सोशल कनेक्शन बिल्ड करे ना वो कैमरा आपके साथ।
I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, I give you an example, which I think is a specific example. Dekho, why can't the camera? I mean, मेरे लिए कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है. I have no need for this function. ठीक है? लेकिन why can't the camera know where it is and know that अक्सर इस जगह में, इस GPS coordinates में, है ना? ये scene है. You know, मैं Eiffel Tower के नज़दीक हूँ. ठीक है? Or why can't it just actually work out कि सूरज किधर है, weather क्या है, and then suggest to the camera user, these are pictures taken before, this is the settings. You know, for me, it's no good at all. But I'm just saying, why can't they do these kind of, you know, like deep kind of AI kind of artificial intelligence algorithms that can actually help people? And also another one is, if say like I wanted to do a tutorial for people, why can't I help people with their camera settings over the internet? So I can access their camera, you know. So if I'm doing a tutorial with 10 people, you know, why can't I change the settings and help them on the fly? You know, I mean, there's so many opportunities for expanding their talent and the social aspect. It's just not doing it. So I think we are going to get an Apple moment where something comes along and says, why didn't we think of this before? Because all the camera manufacturers make the same product. They all look the same. They all act the same. You know, I mean, I know Canon have come out with a new setting. है ना, वो जो सा ISO aperture और shutter एक ही setting में है ना वो बदलते हैं, which is good. That's something I've always wanted. है ना, लेकिन I really don't see innovation in cameras. I just see the same things that were there 10 years ago, and they're basically built on something that was, you know, 30, 40 years ago. It's the same thing, really. That's why I picked the yashica up for my dad, and I can pick this one up. There's no difference. ये कैसे की technology है, इतना बदला भी नहीं है. You know, it's not designed for people. It's designed for the technology. It's designed itself in reference to the past, not to people and how they use it today. So I wish I worked for these companies because I'd love to sit with the engineers and say, what the hell are you guys doing? You know, what is this mess?
बहुत सारा टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं मगर वो उतना फ्रेंडली नहीं है जितना फ्रेंडली होना चाहिए कैमरा हमारे साथ।
I give an example. मेरा Olympus है ना, कहते हैं कि you can change this and you can change that every setting. ठीक है? All the buttons. There's so many buttons. कहते हैं you can change this and you can change this. I was like, excellent. The one setting I want changed, it doesn't do. Everything it will change, but there's just the one setting that मेरे दिल में है कि ये होना चाहिए था. नहीं, it's not even an option. You know, it's this kind of lack of functionality. You should be able to sit on a PC or a phone and use an app and actually design the buttons yourself. You know, and then actually send it to the camera. That's what you should be able to do. Why should I sit there on the camera and sit there like, fiddling around with like a like a cure? I should be able to do it in a civilized way on the screen. Well, I think I'll have that, and then see what other people have done. दूसरे लोग ने कैसे set up किया? What has a pro done? What has a beginner done? What has this person done? There's a good future ahead, a different future, good in some ways and bad in ways, but it'll be different. But I can't say I'm that happy with camera manufacturers. I'm not that happy with them. I love the lenses. Not so happy with the It's something that I'm okay with. It's not a hurdle for me. But because I use so many different cameras, it can be a problem sometimes. And I need that shot. Then all of a sudden I'm thinking, the exposure isn't changing. It's the ISO that's changing. Why is that? And I don't have 5 seconds to think. और मैं परेशान हो जाता हूँ फिर. मेरे पास 5 seconds नहीं है. तो फिर वो 5 seconds, 15 seconds हो जाते हैं. I'm literally like परेशान. They're waiting. I really need the shot now, and I need the exposure right. I need the shutter right. But you've actually turned one of the buttons the other way, and it's not actually altering the shutter or the aperture or anything. You have to think, which one is it? And this is another nightmare of mine, and it's happened to me a few times. I'm literally shooting all evening, no problem. Then the money shot comes, and everybody's looking at me, and then all of a sudden the camera doesn't behave, and I'm thinking, it's probably just, arm din mein 5 seconds. So if you fix it, it's an irritating way that the camera is set up. It's got too many buttons, and you just move something. But in that kind of moment of tension, that 5 seconds becomes it feels like 10 minutes. I'm thinking, what the hell? So I could shoot these engineers, but still, it's okay.
अच्छा सर, बहुत सारे सवालात थे, उसमें से जो एक मैं सबसे पूछता हुआ चल रहा हूँ, आखिरी सवाल ही है ये हमारा, कि आपकी कोई एडवाइस जो फोटोग्राफी में आना चाह रहे हैं या फिर फोटोग्राफी कर रहे हैं या बिगनर्स हैं उनके लिए?
Oh yeah, okay. I do actually. I think कि हर बंदा ना आता है ना फोटोग्राफी, उसका अपना दिल में पहले ही पक्का है कि मैं ये पसंद करता हूँ, ठीक है? He already has these in his mind what they want, ठीक है? My real best advice I can give you is look at all the different genres of photography, ठीक है? And tick them, mark them कि आप कौन सा पसंद करते हो ना, out of 10. So all the ones that are in the top half that you really like and you really love, ignore करो उनको. Take them and just ignore them. Because they're the ones you're going to learn anyway. Because you're khush hai, aap isme kar rahe ho, and slowly you'll learn. But actually, the things you will learn the most in is the ones that you do not like. Because I don't really like close-up macro photography, but it teaches you patience and technique. I don't like wildlife, but it teaches you something. I don't like landscape, it teaches you something. Every genre teaches you something. The ones that you like, you will teach yourself anyway, Khushi said. But if you really got to learn, you must learn the ones that you are not interested in. And you must become proficient at taking a picture in that genre. That will teach you more. Because once you go out of the way and you learn how to use the settings and the camera in situations that you don't want to take them, that will teach you more about how to take them in the genres you like. So I would definitely go away from the genres you like. They will come to you anyway, but you will learn more by going to the genres you don't like. Please just go there, and then you'll see the genres you like in a new light. So you can use those techniques. You've got to learn the techniques to break them. Learn the rules and then break them. It's a famous thing. Picasso knew how to paint, first. Then he broke all the rules. I don't know how to paint. And I break the rules all the time with painting because I don't know the rules. I make abstract paintings because I don't know how to do painting. But Picasso knew the rules, so he breaks them knowing the rules. And that's what I would say in cameras. That's what you want to do. You want to be able to break the rules, but you got to know them. and to know them, do the genres that you don't like. So you're forced to do techniques that are not relevant to your genre. That will give you a broad understanding, and then you can bring it back to that's my favorite advice I wish people would take.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपके टाइम का, और आपकी बहुत सारी जो है वो हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला आपकी बातों से। टाइम के हवाले से बहुत सारी चीज़ें समझ में आई, और कि टाइम के साथ जो हम लोग कर रहे होते हैं या चीज़ों को अंडर एस्टिमेट कर रहे होते हैं, उसके बारे में बहुत कुछ समझा आपकी बातों से। तो बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया।
No, it was good talking to you, Shahrukh. I knew it'd be good. You were very just like me, philosophically very minded first, photographer second. So it was good talking to you, Shahrukh, and thank you for inviting me. And we will meet again.
इंशाल्लाह। ओके सर, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Allah Hafiz.
अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।